Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. Let's talk about preparedness, your preparedness. In the news recently, fairly recently, Department of Homeland Security has bought a bazillion rounds of ammunition. You know, I used to have a job where I shot all the time, and we went through a lot of ammo, and I know what a lot of ammo is. Department of Homeland Security just bought a lot of ammo. Do your own research on that. Ask yourself why. They just bought 2,700 MRAPs. These are vehicles that were designed for our current Middle East conflicts that we're in, and they're bullet resistant, mine resistant. You know, they're basically an armored personnel carrier on wheels. They bought enough for almost one per county in the United States. 2,700 for the Department of Homeland Security. Who are they going to fight? Well, who are they planning on going up against with all these bullets and all these armored vehicles? There's a problem coming. The powers that be see it. Now, most of you sitting out there, I certainly hope most of you sitting out there right now watching my channel have absolutely no plans to go fight the government, right? I mean, I don't. So if most of us don't have any plans to fight the government, what's the government making plans to fight us for? Ask yourself that, because this is coming, and I tell you what I think, and other people think this, other people with much bigger audiences than me. You know, Mark Levin evidently just said something about this recently. There is a financial collapse coming. Not a trickle down, not a, oh, this is kind of bad, I can't find a job today, food's getting hard, more expensive, gas is crazy. No, a financial collapse. Money doesn't work. Goods and services aren't moving. Life is bad. Cops aren't going to work, or they're certainly not going to work in the numbers that can take care of the problems that are going to arise when the give-me-dats aren't getting it. You know, when the food is not flowing, when you can't get your free cheese at the store, when those checks aren't coming, and even if they did, wouldn't be worth anything anyway, people are going to rise up, and there's going to be chaos. Now, I've talked to people over the years about, you know, they're going to declare martial law in America. No, they're not. Some of you who are, you know, about as old as me or older can remember the Rodney King riots in LA. It was in a portion of LA, and they called out, you know, and again, I'm not a great numbers guy, but they called out almost every law enforcement officer in California to go fight these riots. They had 3 divisions, 2 U.S. Army divisions and 1 Marine division for the most part there, all of California's National Guard, to deal with part of Los Angeles. I think now we have 10 Army divisions and 2 or 3 Marine divisions. How many cities do we have? Not a lot. So you can't declare martial law in America. But I believe that the powers that be are doing their war games. They know that the economy is broken. They're trying to keep this ship, you know, afloat, and they know it's sinking rapidly, and pretty soon we're going to have to abandon ship. They're prepared to abandon ship. They've got bunkers. They have food. They have guards. And they're not telling you, they're not telling me about it because they're afraid of the panic that's coming. I'm not about panic, and you shouldn't be either. But you ought to have your eyes open. You ought to be watching. And you ought to be seeing what's coming down the pike. Times are about to change significantly. Look at Korea. You know, Korea is basically ending the armistice. They're saying, hey, we don't want to deal with the UN anymore, and we want to deal directly with the US, and you will treat us as a nuclear power, and we're tired of the games. North Korea, I'm talking about. I predict that within the next, you know, 2 or 3 weeks, month at the most, there will be an incident in South Korea. And they'll probably shell another island or sink another boat or run a patrol across the border. And I think their hopes are just to get the world's attention, but that could spin out of control rapidly. And I used to be involved in war plans for that part of the world. And if we go to war there, it's going to be ugly, and a lot of people are going to die. So, you know, and that'll have worldwide repercussions. The Middle East is crazy right now. I have good friends, and I don't hold to this belief that I'm about to tell you, but I have enough good friends, enough intelligent people who are saying this, that at least it's making me watch. And that is this in a nutshell, that on the 22nd of March, something significant is going to happen in Jerusalem. You know, when you see the abomination of desolation standing where it ought not. 119 has a good video, series of videos on that. 119 Ministries, Google them. Daniel Unsealed. I have people who live at Shofar Mountain who are of this thought. My son is of this thought. There's enough intelligent people out there that I think, the 22nd of March bears watching. It's a day after winter and a day before the Sabbath. Remember when Jesus, Yeshua, remember when he said, "Pray your flight come not in winter nor on the not in winter nor on the Sabbath day." Yeah, well, that's that day, the 22nd. So things are speeding up. Okay, great. I can't affect that. I cannot affect what's going on in Korea. I cannot affect what's going on in Jerusalem. I cannot affect what's going on in Washington, D.C., and neither can you. So what to do? You need to get ready. I've been telling you, and I've been telling you, and I've been telling you, and you're almost out of time. It's pretty much too late to buy guns and ammo, right? I mean, they're just crazy, the amount of money people want them. It's not a good time, I don't think, to buy precious metals. I think the prices are jacked up on those, and you can't eat them anyway. It's not too late to buy food. There is food available. Go to your Sam's, go to your Walmart, go to your grocery store, whatever, get food. Now I'm going to get comments, "Don't buy GMO, don't buy this." Hey, you know what? You better have some food put away. And if you can put away good, healthy, organic food, awesome. Good for you. If you can't, you better put something away in quantities. I read on the internet, you should have 2 weeks supply of food. Are you kidding me? 2 weeks isn't going to put a dent in what's coming. You should have a lot of food. You should have the means to make more food. Spring's right around the corner. It's coming. Daylight savings time is going to be tonight. Plant a garden. Plant it now. Dig up your backyard and turn it into a garden and grow squash and potatoes and cucumbers and beans and peas and just onions and grow food. You're going to need food. Have a plan for when everyone in your neighborhood, wherever you live, whether that's a city or a suburb or out in the country or out in the boonies, have a plan for when everybody in your area is not getting any more government assistance, is not getting any paychecks, when the grocery stores in your area are closed, when the cops, the police, law enforcement are not coming to work, or if they are coming to work, they're overtasked. And so then the bad people, those criminals that are always out there, because I like our law enforcement in general. You see a lot of bad things about law enforcement because you see every single case of a bad cop out there. But cops are generally good people. I've trained a lot of them. And there's not enough of them, and they are that thin blue line that keeps the crazies and the animals at bay. Those people are afraid of getting caught. They're afraid of being dealt with, and so they moderate their behavior. When that ain't happening anymore, the animals are coming out. And I think a lot of them are going to come out in packs. So have a plan to deal with that. Have a functional, workable, hopefully rehearsed plan to deal with chaos. Chaos in your area. If you think you're going to bug out, man, I think you should start thinking about bugging out now. I really do. I have. Get ready, people. I care about you. I do. And I want to see every American do well. And now, you've gotten through this much of the video. I'll give you this. There are bad times coming, and there are bad times coming. If you believe you're going to get, pre-raptured tribbed out of here, or pre-tribulation raptured out of here, you can check out now. You're going to miss all the rest of what's coming. You're not. If you do believe in pre-tribulation rapture, just remember what I told you, and don't lose your head when you don't get raptured. Guys, pull out your Bible. Go look at Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. Who are the saints? Who are the saints? That's who's coming through this, the saints. Revelation 12:17. Go look at that. Ask yourself, look yourself in the mirror. Look at your Bible. I have a very good friend and brother, Zach Bauer, who says, go home, read your Bible. Yeah. That's what you need to be spending a lot of time doing right now. Instead of watching the Grammys, the Oscars, the Simon Cowell or whatever his name is. I haven't had a TV forever. But instead of watching just garbage on TV, instead of watching a bazillion YouTube videos, quite frankly, even instead of watching this YouTube video, you should be spending time in the Word of the Most High. Read it. Read it with understanding. You can understand it. if you try. You need to get right with the Most High. You really do. When I was a survival instructor for the military, we did studies and we had, a curriculum that we had to put out. And one of the things we briefed, and that's because it's true, is that people who survive bad situations, whether that's being, POW in captivity or being shot down with, a compound fracture of your thigh or, lost at sea, whatever. People who survive have a faith in something bigger than themselves. They have, a trust and a belief in their country, in their God, or something. It's not all about you. It's a lot bigger than you. And I pray, that you go out there and cultivate faith. Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes unto the Father but by me. He's either a liar or crazy, or he's telling the truth. Find Jesus. Put these worldly things behind you and get ready for what's coming. Yes, you need beans and rice. Yes, you need water. Yes, you need, a garden. A guard dog's probably a good idea. Maybe 2 of them. Yeah, you need guns and ammo and a plan, right? You need friends. You need all that. But without him, you got nothing. You got nothing. And so I leave you with that. Time is getting short. It's getting short. I care about you. I hope I see you out there.